Joe Turpel alongside 89 world champ Martin Potter. Morning, Potts.
Morning, Joe.
Exciting coming here to Super Tubes once again. We remember when the tour stopped here as a search event through Rip Curl back in '09. It was so good that we just decided to stay.
You know, the mayor just said, you know, this is such a great show. You know, we had perfect Super Tubos that time as well. It was one of those waves that I'd never really seen before, heard a lot about, but very Puerto Escondido style, just big, huge, heaving barrels, and I mean, we're back. It's one of the best places on earth.
It's always very crucial for the world title race when we think about the Jeep Leaderboard coming into top 10, just pipe remaining after this one. And we had Medina clinch his first win of the season in France. He jumps up to 5th in the world. Fanning's still world #1, but De Souza's only 450 points behind him.
You know what a world title race it is, and I mean Medina's thrown himself right in the mix again. Just that win, you know, it sort of fueled the fire again. The Medina of old, #5 in the world. If he can walk away with the win here, throw the cat amongst the pigeons, it's going to be insane. But it's mixed to lose. You know, that's the way you got to look at it. Obviously, Adriano De Souza's got to try and get himself in a situation to, you know, have a good place going into pipe, but it's mixed to lose really.
So interesting when you look at the situation where Mick Fanning does have a chance to potentially clinch that 4th world title here in Portugal, but Adriano De Souza would have to lose and get a 13th or worse. That's losing in round 2 or round 3, and then Fanning would have to go on to win. So if Fanning doesn't win, we all go down to Pipeline to decide another exciting world champion.
You know, mathematically there's a lot of guys still in the equation, but there's got to be some serious losses go down. You know, I don't think Adriano De Souza's had a second round loss this entire year, so for that to happen it's going to be rare. I can't wait to see it unfold at Pipe. You know, let's hope we get some good waves there, and you know, like it was last year, it was a great spectacular show.
Well, big situation on hand for Mick Fanning as he's coming into this event as the defending champ. We caught up with Mick the other day at the press conference to see how he felt coming in the last 2 stops of the season.
It's been an up and down sort of year, but you know, I don't know, I sort of felt like, you know, in France, I sort of felt like I was sort of just hanging on, you know, and yeah, just sort of wanted to just go out now and just throw everything at it. That's pretty much it. It's you know, it's no use trying to play tactics or anything like that. It's just go out there and do your job, and yeah, I'm going to do my best.
Interesting hearing from Mick Fanning about France. Remember the come-from-behind effort against Husino to save himself, and then an interesting heat against Bede. Had the 7 early. Wasn't a typical heat you saw Mick going down in.
You know, that was a tough heat for Mick. You know, Bede obviously surfing insane, a rejuvenated Bede Durbridge, but you know, Mick's, I think there's a lot of pressure, even though, you know, you could tell by that interview, he's got to let it hang out now. He can't afford to play tactics. He's got to go in, put the pedal to the metal, and really use every heat as his last heat of the year.
Well, he won back at the Search. He won last season in different conditions, so Mick with a lot going for him. Also at the press conference, we talked to a fairly happy-go-lucky Adriano De Souza.
It's been an amazing experience for me, you know, like to be in a top 3 since event #1. It's always a dream for, you know, I'm being on tour for 10 years already, and it's always a dream to come in the last event of the year and then fighting for the world title. But actually this event I need to work hard and make some results to make alive my world title to the Hawaii event. So I think only Mick, except him, sitting on a comfortable seat. So the rest of the guys needed to work hard to get there.
Adriano De Souza knows the situation, was talking about the math, a big difference compared to Mick Fanning's speech the other day.
Absolutely. You know, De Souza's in a great spot. You know, that yellow jersey was weighing down on him. We saw like a slippery slope through the mid part of the year. As soon as that yellow jersey changed hands, you saw a different De Souza, and I think he's got a good shot here. He's got to win it though, as far as I'm concerned. I think he's got to create some sort of gap going into Pipeline. We saw what happened last year with the pressure of going for a world title at Pipeline. You don't want to have that.
So true. When you think about the early matchups, they have wild cards who have been so dangerous here in the past.
Yep.
Remember the story of Frederico Moraes. He became a household name when he took out Kelly in a big world title year. Frederico's back. He has De Souza in the first round.
You know, we saw what happened last year as well with Medina and Brett Simpson, Kelly Slater, Ritz Aaron Baru. I mean, this is a strange wave. It's one of those waves that throw up a lot of surprises. So these guys have got to really focus and make sure they don't fall, don't make any mistakes.